Hey guys, it's about 6:30 on Tuesday. I'm a little tired, but I had a good night's sleep last night. I came home about 10 o'clock. Got to see Kevin last night, so I apologize if I was texting you throughout the day and never gave you an update. When I went back to see him, it was kind of funny. My expectation of what he was going to be like was different than my reality, because he was going in, I'm just going to be so excited when I wake up and I'm alive, blah, 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 and just going to be crying and elated. Well, I think that happened, but that happened with the nurses that woke him up and not me. So when I got there, he had really, really bad sciatic pain. And so he's like, "Hi, Vicky. I need you to stretch me out." And so I'm stretching him out, and it took another nurse as well too, and he's all exposed, and he's like, "I don't even care, my sciatic hurts really bad." So I was like, "Nice to see you." But yeah, so he got through surgery. He was tugging yesterday. I'm not going to give too many updates because there's still a lot of unknowns right now about what's going on, but so his tongue is really swollen, like really, really swollen, but not in the back, just in the front. He was really concerned about that, and it was trauma from the intubation, and he also probably was biting on it the whole time as well too. So his tongue was really, really swollen on one side. When he swallowed, they do swallow tests, especially because he's got just an open airway with that paralyzed vocal cord. He did really good with that, and he said he actually feels better swallowing now than he did before. We'll see how that might change today. But he wasn't really choking up on anything. He was when he was reclined a little bit, but when he was sitting up fine, he was fine. So he's actually cleared for general food, whatever he wants to eat, but he can't. He was kind of laughing. He's like, "I can eat whatever I want, but my tongue is so swollen." So he was freaking out a lot about that tongue. But I feel like it's just gonna take some time. They said it's pretty common. But he was not really thinking. I don't know. He was kind of going through a lot of different emotions and stuff like that. So, yeah, and so he was on his right side the entire time for the surgery. So his sciatic really, really hurts because, imagine just being on your hip like that on a small operating table for that long. And he's got a big red mark on his chest as well too, on the side. So I think he's going to be hurting a little bit more today than, if his tongue's fine. So I called the hospital this morning to get an update, and they're doing shift changes as well too. So this is just kind of me debriefing how yesterday went. Yeah, it's the surgery was step one, and that's all done now. So my posts and things like that are gonna be less, and so just because I need to be there for him. When I got back to the ICU to see him, I was just constantly working. I was heating pads and massage and giving him ice chips, and he needed me a lot. So that's my main focus. It's still one patient visitor per day. So we're going to be getting some test results and stuff like that back today. So I want to be there for him. So Kevin's mom and dad, I don't know if they're going to go back home and see Jack and watch him for a few days, or if they're going to stay here. I think we're just going to have to kind of wait and see how the morning doctor's rounds kind of go. But he does not need a feeding tube, which is good. They told us that was a possibility if he couldn't swallow. Well, he can swallow. He does not have a tube coming out of his head to work on pressure, so that's good as well too. And the doctor Oh, I didn't even give you guys an update. I text people. So I talked to the surgeon, and they were able to get all the tumor that they could see out. So that's good. It was a good consistency. It was, I want to say epidural. That's not the right word, but it wasn't. It was more like in a sac by his skull instead of like closer to the brain. So that's good as well. His surgeon was happy about all the removal, so it did not take as long as they had like anticipated, because it wasn't highly vascularized and it was easy to like suck out. So that was all really good. So the surgery went as good as to be expected. We're waiting on the pathology results, what kind of tumor this was. All that kind of stuff is going to take a little bit of time, but I think that they sent some slides down for just a preliminary gander. So I think today, once Kevin, so he should be able to like stand up and walk here soon, so I think once he gets that done and he's a little bit more with it, that he's not gonna be so kind of, there was a lot of highs and lows emotionally last night. So that for me is hard, because he's my kind of regulator, and I came in there really positive, and he's just like meh, he wasn't himself. So called some friends last night. In case you heard that there was 2 tumors, no, there's not 2 tumors. There was just 1 tumor, and they got everything. So I just wanted to clear that up there, because that was a confusion. And yeah, so if I was in a group chat with you for like Kevin's family, I'm gonna have you talk to mom and dad throughout the day today, so that I can just talk to them and then get back to Kevin. Same thing with my family. I'm gonna talk to my mom, get back to Kevin. For our friends, I'll try to keep you guys updated, but don't freak out if you don't hear from me. I'll try to do my best, but right now, like, Kevin was not letting me sit down last night. And sometimes in ICUs they allow you to spend the night, and they're really cracking down on everything. Quite honestly, I wanted them to kick me out because I was really, really tired. We'd been there since 5:30 in the morning, and I had not really slept since 2:30, and yeah, so feeling better today. I knew I needed to get a good night's sleep, and I did that, and we're gonna tackle today. We're gonna do good. I need some coffee. I didn't get a proper cup of coffee yesterday. That was a mistake. So, Jack's doing well. He's hanging out with my mom right now. She was sending me pictures of him playing with paper plates and potatoes, so just business as usual there. But we're still gonna need your prayers. We're still gonna need your thoughts, because we got one battle that was over. Now we gotta deal with like recovery and what's gonna happen afterwards. So yeah, thank you everybody, and okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.